Hello viewers and welcome to our viewing session today on the Health Center with Ozion. Today I'm bringing you the video on the foods appropriate for diabetic patients. Yes, there are foods that are appropriate for diabetic patients because diabetes is a problem of mismanagement of sugar, a problem of inability to manage the sugar level in your blood. Because the sugar in your blood, which we derive from the food we eat, is being managed by certain minerals in our body, like potassium, or when it is at some point, the insulin will have to move. And like I explained in the other video, to move as Uber to drive the sugar into the muscle cells of the body. Now you heard potassium, right? And you'll be surprised. Why is potassium there? Oh yes, it is there because we are about to discuss the foods. And how do you get potassium? It is from some foods we eat, and that is why it's important. And here I want to bring in the idea of the DASH diet, which is a recommendation for people suffering from hypertension. And what is DASH diet? That diet is called dietary approaches to stop hypertension. And the constituents of food in that diet include vegetables, fruits, whole grains, lean protein, and low fat dairies. And why are these important? They're important because, for instance, vegetable is uh, categorized as the highest source of potassium in the body. We have other sources like banana, orange, avocado, and other sources from food. But vegetable gives you the highest source of potassium in your body. And the organic source of potassium, which is this, like the vegetable I'm talking about, is always more sustainable than the artificial source of potassium, which means the way it increases in your body is not as fast as the one of the medications you take. So even if you're not suffering from hypertension, or if you're not suffering from uh, diabetes, it is important that you have potassium every day in your body. So someone who is already suffering from diabetes should always eat vegetable. But that is not just what vegetable gives you. Vegetable also gives you what you call the soluble fiber. Soluble fiber are very important to your body because it helps in your digestion, it helps in absorbing cholesterol by reducing it, as well as absorbing the sugar and reducing it. And the next question is, what is the importance of this potassium in our body? As much as potassium helps in contractility helps in the heart, it helps in the heart, in your heart during the hypertension. It helps in reducing the sodium level in your heart because where there is increased potassium in your body, the sodium is decreased. And when they are in the same balance, then it is healthier. But when there are high sodium, potassium is decreased. So there is always need for it to be balanced because any imbalance reduces the other one. And in somebody who is suffering from hypertension, the sodium level is high because salt, which you have in your body, when it is not good for someone who is suffering from hypertension because it's already high, that it helps in stressing the blood movement, the pressure in the blood, and that is what we are talking about, hypertension. But here we are discussing diabetes. And why am I always going back and forth diabetes, hypertension? Because when you don't manage diabetes very well, it exacerbates to cause you hypertension, kidney problem, blindness, neuropathy, and others. So there is need for us to know that this link is not healthy to be allowed to happen in your body. So what next would you now do in terms of the feeding? The food you need, the vegetables need to be taken every day. Your fruits and vegetables. Fruits have mentioned potassium sources like banana, oranges, avocado, other fruits will be needed in your body, not just because of potassium, but for other minerals and nutrients. What other thing could the vegetable give you? It gives you vitamin B9. and B12, which are called folates or folic acid. These are very good in your body's digestive system, and as well as your helping you to maintain your nerve endings from causing you neuropathy, which actually happens when you are suffering from complications of diabetes. What else do they give? It also gives you vitamin C, ascorbic acid, which helps in your body immunity and other body healthy balance. So, besides the vegetables, the fruits, the whole grains, which contains the nuts, the lean proteins, and the low fat milk. Besides the lean protein, you don't need the whey protein. Whey protein are the sources of protein that will give you more fat, which the people who are doing the athletes need in building muscle, and that is not good for someone who is suffering from diabetes. Because in diabetes, your liver is working too hard. Because if you listen to the other video, your liver suffers to store your sugar so as to have glycogen that it will convert to the energy that you will use when you haven't eaten. So your liver does a lot of work, and if you overstress your liver, you begin to suffer what we call the non-alcoholic liver disease. This also brings us to note that someone who is suffering from diabetes should not be drinking alcohol, because if you drink alcohol, alcohol goes directly to the liver, stress your liver, and could cause you cirrhosis and other liver diseases. So please get make sure that you don't take alcohol beverages when you're taking medications for diabetes. Another thing it will cause you is low blood sugar. Alcohol does cause low blood sugar, and low blood sugar is something that often occurs in people that are suffering from diabetes. Now, when they do not suffer from high blood sugar, they suffer low blood sugar just because of a slight mismanagement or some kind of lifestyle activity. It will just go low. A lot of things can cause that, and this taking of alcohol is number one. Even exercise can cause you low sugar. Yes, it is not a bad thing to have it, to do exercise, but it will help you in managing the blood sugar in your body. But you have to be watchful so that it doesn't go that low. That means that if you are already suffering from diabetes, you will need to monitor your blood sugar when you're doing exercise. So that's, as much as exercise is helpful, it is still good that it is still important that you monitor your blood sugar. And how would you do that? You could as well have to check your body very well before you for blood sugar before you go for exercise. These are very important, and we need to know that when you're managing your blood sugar. And because we are discussing food, these foods mentioned are very important too. So we need to know the kind of food we eat so that we do not add more stress to our liver as well as our body. Because if you are taking more fat, or something like processed fat, you will be having some kind of causing more danger to your liver and to your body entirely. Avoid processed foods, avoid certain foods that would cause your body more stress, adding more fat to your body, saturated fats as well, trans fats. These shouldn't, and what are the sources of this? From certain foods that would bring you certain foods like processed meats, uh, high fat milk, um, deep fried foods. So all those kind of foods that will give you extra fat into your body. That's why specifically say low fat dairies and as well as lean proteins for you, and not taking all those other foods, which we'll still have to discuss further. But for now, the foods that you have to eat have been mentioned, and any other food related to this, the vegetables could be the vegetables you need, the broccoli, spinach, kale. Yeah, I say it more emphatically because it's a very good source of potassium too, and a lot of other nutrients for vegetables. So place or a pumpkin. So these vegetables, and because vegetable is quite diverse in whatever environment you are, just eat vegetables and as well as the fruits, the whole grains, and you would be able to organically help your body in balancing this sugar. What other thing does this potassium do? Potassium has affinity with sugar, that inside your body, whether you're suffering from diabetes or not, potassium attaches to sugar, thereby trying to reduce or rather maintain balance with sugar in your body. Besides how it does to sodium, which makes imbalance. So what it does is that when it merges with this sugar, it helps your body to keep that balance. But when sugar is in excess, it depletes the amount of potassium and you begin to suffer the symptoms of low potassium in your body. So what would you do at this time, or what will your body do? When this excess is there, the insulin will struggle to push in this sugar into your muscle cells, and to the extent that it has pushed in, the remaining might still be excess, but your body potassium is equally low. So you're suffering from both hyperglycemia, which is high blood sugar, and hypokalemia. At this level, your body, you're already suffering a complication that is known as diabetes ketoacidosis. So what would happen to those individuals that don't take this kind of food nutrients we're talking about? They lose the intake of potassium that will help in keeping this balance. What other things could you suffer from? Or the minerals that you're not having as well will equally be affecting, because these are the things that will help to keep you healthy. With your lifestyle activity, physical activity that you are recommended to be having, you would be having problem that will exacerbate this condition, and your diabetes might go into complications, leading to different other diseases that I've mentioned. So when this potassium is low as well, remember, your sodium will be high, and it causes the electrolyte imbalance, as well as the hypokalemia, the low potassium that has been caused by the low high sugar there. So everything, one thing leads to the other. It means that this person suffering from diabetes is already tending, or may even begin to suffer from hypertension, and that is how it goes. So to avoid this condition, all you need to do is to maintain this good food balance and the calories needed in it, which means you have to be eating this food every day, portion by portion, but don't stuff your stomach as to eat just to fill it. No, eat portion by portion. Even if you have to eat 6 times a day, ensure you eat small, small, small. Don't eat to say I'm full, but eat as though food is medication. That would help you a lot. For other information you will need on this, we'll continue to provide it for you. But for now, I believe that you will understand something new about managing your diabetes. Because when you manage it very well, the dosage of insulin that will be given to you will be gradually reduced by your doctor until it is now easier for you to be taking this medication the way you will not even feel it that you're on medication, on drugs for this condition, and it will not be complicated at all. So do well to do what will help you and maintain your body sugar balance. Thank you for watching us today. Thank you. I remain your anchor, Position the Expressionist, on the Health Center with us, John.